Play.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for joining Talking
Thank you for
Tennis
having me.
today. Thank you. First thing is just tell us about your win that you had yesterday in the singles.
Well, it was a tough win, definitely. A lot of challenges with the weather, changing conditions. So I think it was a great way to start off the clay season.
Cool. Talking of clay, where are we at with your game and your preference? Clay, grass, hard? What's your sort of preferred condition?
I prefer hard court. It's the one I grew up in, and I think my game naturally is more suited to that. But I've been playing on clay for a long time as well. It's true that the clay season is shorter, much shorter than the hard season. But I love clay, and I'm just trying to get it to love me back.
Good. You're going to be playing Udvari next. Do you know much about her? And tell us what you're thinking ahead of that match.
I've seen her around quite often. I've never played her before, but I think that's adds to the excitement of the match. But trying to go in with the same mindset as the match before, trying to stick with my shots and trust my tennis.
Doubles with Katie today. Of course, you lost, but you beat her in Miami. Did you talk about that match at all?
No, we haven't. She did congratulate me on that whole week, and she's a great sportsman. I think she's super nice, and we get along well. So I really enjoyed that doubles, even though we couldn't end up taking the win. But it's fun with her. Yeah.
How has life changed since that Miami run for you, or has it not changed at all?
A lot has changed technically, but I don't really feel. At the same time, not much has changed. It's hard to explain. I've had the same work ethic since I was young, so nothing in terms of how I go about my day has really changed. Of course, there's a big difference between last month and this month in terms of my results, my ranking, but when you focus on the things that I need to focus on, there's nothing much.
Okay.
Much. Yeah.
Do you feel any more pressure?
I think it's normal to feel some pressure after a big run like this. But tennis is a game that has a lot of pressure in whichever moment that you're in your life, and I think that I've done the best I could with my mentality and talking with my team about how I can handle it, and hopefully that shows on court.
The win over Eala, is that the best moment of your career so far, would you say?
Of course. I think all the wins that week, and even the match against Jessica, was each such important moments in my life.
Yeah, sure. What about this? World number one or Grand Slam, if you could choose one?
Grand Slam.
Okay.
Hands down.
Which one?
Wimbledon.
Okay. Nice.
But both. I mean, if I could, I would choose both. Yeah.
Well, of course. Yeah. Okay. Have you heard about these comparisons maybe with Leylah Fernandez? I mean, obviously in terms of your game, you're both lefties. You both sometimes take the ball early. Are you familiar with these comparisons, and how do you feel about that?
No, I'm not really familiar with those comparisons, but I think Leylah's a great player. Obviously, she did the final in US Open a couple of years back, so she's a trailblazer in her own way. I think I'm not so close with her. We've had a couple of interactions, but she seems like a nice girl, so not mad about that comparison at all. She's a good player.
Have you got a favorite shot? If I'm going to give you a shot, and this is match point to win Wimbledon, what is it?
That's a good question. They asked me which one I prefer the other day, forehand and backhand. I was also kind of on the edge. I would say maybe a backhand cross court.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cross court winner.
But yeah, I don't know. It really depends. There's so many things that can happen during the match. Depends on the opponent, the court. But yeah, I think that one has been there from the beginning. Like now, I definitely have a lot of weapons aside from that that I've been working on, but I feel like that backhand just came natural from the beginning. Yeah.
And have you ever dreamt and then you fall to the grass, for example, at Wimbledon? Have you ever dreamt about
I think
that?
everybody's dreamt of that. Yeah, I have. So yes.
All right, I'm going to show you some pictures now, and I want you to tell me the first thing that kind of comes into your mind or just some of your thoughts. So,
Oh, yeah, this was, I believe, in Florida,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. I won like the Little Mo Grand Slam. It was, you had to get that trophy. The trophy, as you can see, is bigger than I am.
yeah.
It was like the tallest trophy ever presented in junior tennis or something like that. That was a big thing. And we had to take it apart and ship it back home in a box. Yeah, so I bet that was difficult for my parents. But there's my brother as well. He competed also, and he was like 2 points away from winning that same trophy.
Oh,
Yeah, but such a happy memory in my young childhood. Yeah.
do you ever think about some of these moments when you're on the court? Do you ever think about your childhood? Do you ever think about something like this?
No, on the court, no, I don't think about it. Definitely comes to mind when I start reminiscing on my whole journey, on what I've achieved in the past month. But on the court, it doesn't pop
Cool.
into my head. Yeah.
Okay, Amazon Prime documentary, that's what this... Because this is when I first became aware of you. What are your thoughts now, a few years later, on that?
I don't know. I think a lot of people got to know me through this documentary. So obviously a big privilege to be part of that. A lot of people will come, oh, are you the girl from Amazon Prime? Yes, that's me. So now hopefully I'll be known for more things than that.
For sure.
But this is it's so nice to have these memories and these moments captured on camera.
Yeah, cool. US Open junior title. I was there when you won
You
that.
were there?
Yes, I was. Yeah,
Okay.
just as a fan, but yeah, I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was such a precious moment. I feel it was so full of emotion, and yeah, I started crying, and I feel like, of course, Junior Grand Slam doesn't guarantee anything for the future, but it's a huge achievement, you know, and it's still a decoration, you know. I think just the word Grand Slam and to win it in those courts, I feel. Representing my country, it was a big deal. Yeah.
Cool. Actually, representing your country is something I want to speak to you about, because this image here is sort of also about being from the Philippines and being a professional tennis player. What does it mean?
Yeah. I feel like the biggest advantage of representing my country is the community, you know, and the pride that I'm able to bring when I do well to my people, and they come out, they support, they really make the effort. So I'm so appreciative. Yeah.
Cool. Next one is graduation from the Rafa Nadal Academy. Obviously, Iga and Rafa were there present. What did that mean to you when that happened?
I was super excited because every year I would see who was the celebrity guest or who was the guest speaker at each graduation. And I remember there was Roger, I think Paul Gasol was there one year, and I was so excited when it was Iga, because she had just come off a slam win or something.
Yeah, I think the
Roland
French Open was the week
Garros,
before, because Rafa just lost to Novak, I remember.
Yeah, I remember, and no, it was super happy, and I think Iga told me that I remember that she said she'll see me around on tour, and I was like so excited, you know, and it happened. Yeah, it definitely happened.
She did see you around. This is after the win against Iga.
I know. I've watched that video so many times, and it's just so heartwarming. I really tried to just stay in the moment and remember everything, how it felt to be there. But funny story, like I can't really remember anymore. Like I can't really remember what I saw or that moment right after the ball went out. So, but
Do you remember how you were feeling or thinking on match point, or is it almost like you're watching just the video and you don't remember it?
no, yeah, I do. I remember. Yeah, I think I felt.
It was on the turn, right?
Yeah, normally when match point comes against these big players, you know, you're trying to get yourself to stop thinking about what would happen if you win, because, you know, but those thoughts didn't come to me at all during the match. I feel I was in a state of such focus that, you know, and I couldn't really believe it when I won. Yeah.
Cool. Then this went viral. This moment that you had afterwards, where obviously you'd lost to Jessica, but you know I was watching this on TV and I thought, wow, this is amazing. I mean, obviously, hopefully you can have more of this. But again, what do you remember about this few minutes after you'd lost to Jessica?
This was such a sweet moment for me. Let me tell you, I'm definitely not normally like this when I lose.
No.
But this was definitely a special circumstance. I remember the last couple of match points, I was able to save a match point, you know.
Yeah.
And I just tried to prolong the match as long as I could because I knew that this is where I wanted to be. And then after I sat down, after the handshake, I looked up and just so many flags of the Philippines and so many Filipinos. It was past midnight, they were there to stay, and I had just had the best run of my career so far. So there was so much to be happy about in that moment, yeah.
Cool. So that's that. Now, this is quite recently, I believe. I think this is after your run. But also I want to know about Rafa and the influence both his academy, but even Rafa as a player has had on you.
Well, I've been there since I was 13, so obviously deeply rooted with the academy. Rafa has been a role model, you know, someone to look up to for so long, and I think the values match the values that the academy instills matched with the values that my family had when they were raising me. So that's why they felt so comfortable to send me over there. And of course, they have a part in a big part in my game. Yeah.
And Rafa the player?
Rafa the player.
Did you enjoy his career? Or were you a fan?
Of course. I don't know who doesn't enjoy Rafa as a player. I remember I watched him one time in center court in French Open when I was young. So before even going to the academy, and it's crazy to see the intensity he has and the way he hits the ball. So much to look up to.
Cool. Yeah. What about here in WATCH? What would it mean? I mean, you've not won a WTA title yet. What would that mean potentially if you were to have a good week here, for example, and maybe even lift the trophy?
It would mean a lot. I think right now what I need is a lot of hours on court, a lot of hours playing at a level that, I'm happy with, and a level that I know I'm capable of. So this is a tournament that will help me do that.
Cool. Last question. I'd like to know about some sort of future goals, maybe even just for 2025. Okay. Do you look at sort of things like, obviously you're going to be in the slam draw, you're going to be in the main draw now at the French Open. Perhaps that was a goal. But what about now? Because the goals never end, right?
Of course. No, of course. My original goal for 2025 was to finish in top 100 or at least to touch it. And now that I have touched it, it's a lot of new territory for me. So I'm trying to take it match by match, and I feel that's also why this tournament is important, because I'm coming off from such a good week, and I'm starting the clay season. So I give myself the space to figure it out, and then we'll see what my next set of goals are. I'm sure my team already has their own set of goals, but personally, I want to see how the situation unfolds.
But is winning a title, just a title of, whether it be 125, 250, is that one of the next goals?
Yes, of course. You always go into the tournament with the mindset that you can win it, and some tournaments maybe there's a lower chance of that happening, and some tournaments maybe there's a higher chance, but you'll always have a chance.
I do have one more actually. Did Miami surprise you? I mean, you said coming into a tournament you feel as though you have a good chance maybe of having a good run, but Did you expect the semi-finals there?
No, I did not. So yes, it did surprise me. I think Miami 1000 is WTA 1000 is one of the tournaments where I had the lower chance of holding the trophy, but I'm so proud that I was even able to come close, and the way I did it, I had such a tough draw.
I know.
So I had a tough draw.
I know.
Really had a tough draw.
I mean, you had Madison
I
Keys.
didn't even realize, because you just look at the first, you're trying to get through one obstacle at a time, and after I passed each one, I'm like, it's just getting harder.
Yeah. Because it was Madison, Iga, and Jessica, wasn't it? And then
I had Yelena, I had Katie.
Yeah, Yelena as well.
I had Madison, and then Badosa, who unfortunately withdrew, and then Iga, and then Jessica.
It was just
if I had won, it would have been Arena. So it's so funny to look back on. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to try to pass the ball.
Go. Sorry. Thank you, Alex.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Alex Eala against Magda Linette, the 6th seed. So I guess, Mario, what's your quick thoughts on that ahead of that for people to look forward to and tune in tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, they've played each other last year. I mean, many things have happened since last year. So, it's not really that match that tells me kind of anything about how it could go. Of course, experience is from Linette's side. She's actually playing quite good this year. She's one of these players that it's really not easy to play against her. So, it's going to be for sure a tricky one for Eala. Of course, her grass court season has started quite well. I mean, she got 4 wins, beating good player like Racheva, Todoni. Even the loss to Marino was, quite, let's say quite good, as good a loss can be.
I mean, she had 2 good losses. She lost to Linda Fravitova and Marino, who both made the final of the tournament that they played at.
So, I mean, of course, Eala, also with her technique, I think she can be a very, very good grass court player. Of course, we've seen her struggling on clay, but it kind of was expected, I wasn't expecting her to come into clay and doing all over again what she did in Miami. So, I mean, I think she should be pretty okay coming into the grass. And you know what? I think she may win this one. But of course, it's not easy because Linette has got, it's an experienced player who can make herself who can impose herself on the court in these sort of matchups. So I don't know. I can see, Eala winning this one, but I'm probably leaning towards Linette in probably a 3-set one. Can be a good pick for me. It will depend a lot on how good Eala will, redirect Linette's shot. Linette will try probably to be more aggressive, and we'll see how Eala will handle it. I think she can do well though.
I am predicting a gritty 3-set match with a lot of breaks of serve. I
think
that's what we're going to get.
Definitely.
It's going to be a lot of really tough rallies. I can see, I agree with you. This is probably going 3. And I think I can see Linette's experience. I could see Linette's experience coming through here, especially in the clutch moments where it's needed at the end of a match. But then we've seen Eala handle that really, really well in her Miami run. So I think, you know what, I'm going to go. I'm looking at this and I'm going, there is an upset possible. At a 250, if there's going to be an upset, there probably will be. So I'm going to go with Alex to win this one.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Alex Eala against Magda Linette, the 6th seed. So I guess, Mario, what's your quick thoughts on that ahead of that for people to look forward to and tune in tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, they've played each other last year. I mean, many things have happened since last year. So, it's not really that match that tells me kind of anything about how it could go. Of course, experience is from Linette's side. She's actually playing quite good this year. She's one of these players that it's really not easy to play against her. So, it's going to be for sure a tricky one for Eala. Of course, her grass court season has started quite well. I mean, she got 4 wins, beating good player like Racheva, Todoni. Even the loss to Marino was, quite, let's say quite good, as good a loss can be.
I mean, she had 2 good losses. She lost to Linda Fravitova and Marino, who both made the final of the tournament that they played at.
So, I mean, of course, Eala, also with her technique, I think she can be a very, very good grass court player. Of course, we've seen her struggling on clay, but it kind of was expected, I wasn't expecting her to come into clay and doing all over again what she did in Miami. So, I mean, I think she should be pretty okay coming into the grass. And you know what? I think she may win this one. But of course, it's not easy because Linette has got, it's an experienced player who can make herself who can impose herself on the court in these sort of matchups. So I don't know. I can see, Eala winning this one, but I'm probably leaning towards Linette in probably a 3-set one. Can be a good pick for me. It will depend a lot on how good Eala will, redirect Linette's shot. Linette will try probably to be more aggressive, and we'll see how Eala will handle it. I think she can do well though.
I am predicting a gritty 3-set match with a lot of breaks of serve. I think that's what we're going to get.
Definitely.
It's going to be a lot of really tough rallies. I can see, yeah, I agree with you. This is probably going 3. And I think I can see Linette's experience. I could see Linette's experience coming through here, especially in like the clutch moments where it's needed at the end of a match. But then we've seen Alex Eala handle that really, really well in her Miami run. So I think, you know what, I'm going to go, I'm looking at this and I'm going, there is an upset possible. At a 250, if there's going to be an upset, there probably will be. So I'm going to go with Alex to win this one.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Eala against Magda, Linette, the 6th seed. So I guess, Mario, what's your quick thoughts on that ahead of that for people to look forward to and tune in tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, they've played each other last year. I mean, many things have happened since last year. So, you know, it's not really that match that tells me kind of anything about how it could go. You know, of course, experience is from Linette's side. She's actually playing quite good this year. You know, she's one of these players that it's really not easy to play against her. So, you know, it's going to be for sure a tricky one for Eala. Of course, you know, her grass court season has started quite well. I mean, she got 4 wins, beating good player like Racheva, Todoni. You know, even the loss to Marino was, you know, quite, let's say quite good, as good a loss can be.
I mean, she had 2 good losses. She lost to Linda Fravitova and Marino, who both made the final of the tournament that they played at.
So, I mean, of course, Eala, also with her technique, I think she can be a very, very good grass court player. Of course, we've seen her struggling on clay, but it kind of was expected, you know. I wasn't expecting her to come into clay and like doing all over again what she did in Miami. So, I mean, I think she should be pretty okay coming into the grass. And you know what? I think she may win this one. But of course, it's not easy because Linette has got, you know, it's an experienced player who can make herself like, who can impose herself on the court in these sort of matchups. So I don't know. I can see, you know, Eala winning this one, but I'm probably leaning towards Linette in probably a 3-set one. Can be a good pick for me. You know, it will depend a lot on how good Eala will, you know, redirect Linette's shot. Linette will try probably to be more aggressive, and you know, we'll see how Eala will handle it. I think she can do well, though.
I am predicting a gritty 3-set match with a lot of breaks of serve. I think that's what we're going to get.
Definitely.
It's going to be a lot of really tough rallies. I can see, yeah, I agree with you. This is probably going 3. And I think I can see Linette's experience. I could see Linette's experience coming through here, especially in like the clutch moments where it's needed at the end of a match. But then we've seen Eala handle that really, really well in her Miami run. So I think, you know what, I'm going to go, I'm looking at this and I'm going, there is an upset possible. At a 250, if there's going to be an upset, there probably will be. So I'm going to go with Alex to win this one.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Eala against Magda, Linette, the 6th seed. So I guess, Mario, what's your quick thoughts on that ahead of that for people to look forward to and tune in tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, they've played each other last year. I mean, many things have happened since last year. So, you know, it's not really that match that tells me kind of anything about how it could go. You know, of course, experience is from Linette's side. She's actually playing quite good this year. You know, she's one of these players that it's really not easy to play against her. So, you know, it's going to be for sure a tricky one for Eala. Of course, you know, her grass court season has started quite well. I mean, she got 4 wins, beating good player like Racheva.
name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Samas, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paulini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are tuning in from. If you are a fan of Alex Eala, good news. She leads by 1 game to love and has 3 break points on the Magda Linette serve. If you're a fan of Magda Linette, not good news because you are down 1 game to love and also having to stave off 3 break points. The third of which came about after an Alex Eala forehand error. Sorry, a Magda Linette forehand error. Do let me know where in the world you are tuning in from for this particular encounter, who you are supporting, and get voting in our poll as to who you think is going to win between Eala and Linette. Good return of serve from Eala, and it's a backhand error from Magda Linette. So a perfect start for Alex Eala. Well, well, well. Coming out of the blocks, firing on all cylinders is the Filipina. I wonder if today, particularly in the early stages, but even maybe across the whole match, whether the fact that Alex has played so many games on grass in the last 3 weeks will give her 2 weeks, actually, will give her a slight advantage over Magda Linette, who's a little rawer in terms of her grass this year. We have Josh Feliciano already piping up with I'm watching from the Philippines. Magda Linette is currently ranked at 33 in the world, so somewhat higher than Alex Eala. I think Eala is currently 77. I will just check this. So Linette is 33, as I said. Or 31, sorry. Magda Linette's 31. And Eala is indeed ranked 77, just 1 place behind Victoria Azarenka, one of the legends of the game. Too late for a seeding for Alex in terms of Wimbledon. You'd need to be top 32 to get that. But she'll be in the main draw. First round. So no need to qualify, is what I want to say. Eala, by the way, is just flying at the moment. Also got Berlin action happening right now. We've got Naomi Osaka is up a break on Samsonova in the first round there. Elsewhere in Nottingham, we've got an all-British affair currently happening between Fran Jones and Harriet Dart. They are just getting underway, just like Eala and Linette. But unlike Eala and Linette, we don't have such a dominant player there. They are at deuce in their first game. Do hit the like button, by the way. And if you are new to the channel, please do hit subscribe as we see Linette here about to return serve. It's a second serve for her to look at. We're into the rally right now. And by the way, I don't think Linette has won a single point yet, which is remarkable. Remarkable stuff. 3-love, Eala leads. And yeah, just catching Linette a bit cold, especially in terms, like I say, not played that many grass court matches. I mean, 12 points out of 12 going the way of Alex Eala. What a start. The perfect start. Perfect 3 games. It is still just 1 break of serve, so that's important to remember. But Magda Linette must be wondering what's hit her. Wow. A barrage from Alex Eala. Filipina flag I see in the audience there. In Nottingham, in the East Midlands in England. Wonderful to have so many of you joining right now. Please, as I said before, hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes today on this particular stream. Just going to charge my phone. As we see this change of ends. As I said, please do let me know where you're tuning in from. We've got Josh here watching from the Philippines. Wonderful to have you with us. Go for the Alex. Go for the win, Alex, says Joseph. Josh is also being more specific from Mabuhay from the Philippines. Linette, world ranking, I think I've already answered that one with 31 in the world. And by the way, Linette has won her first point of the match as Eala puts her backhand down the line wide. Of course, Eala is a left-handed player, just in case you get confused watching, because sometimes I do. I will often say into the backhand. Oh, no, she's not right-handed. It's into the forehand, etc., etc. But anyway, first point of the match going that way for Magda Linette. Eala looking sharp, says education. Nice little word there. Roma here is hoping for a bagel set for Alex Eala. So that's obviously 6-love. We'll see. She's now at 15 all after Magda Linette goes for a +1 serve forehand, but the forehand goes wide. Hi for those in Tagaytay in the Philippines listening to you at the moment. Great indeed. And Roma has hit that like button and also subscribed. Watching from Qatar. Okay. And Joel says, thanks for bringing us this particular encounter as we get to 30 all on the Linette serve. She was in a spot of bother there at 15-30, and the bother has not exactly gone away entirely. The first serve goes long, so it's going to be a second serve to look at. Forehand winner there for Linette, which meant 30 all, by the way. And now she is threatening to win her first game of the match. She has a game point. Look at that return position, by the way, from Alex Eala. Inside the baseline. No lacking in bravery there from Alex. 121 people watching on YouTube right now. So please do hit that like button. And if you haven't already done so, hit subscribe. It was a lovely forehand volley at the net for Linette that helped her get the game point. If you subscribe as well, you see that number above. If you click subscribe right now, you will see that number go doop, and you know that you have made the difference. And you can do a little dance and celebrate and know that you are supporting both your favorite player, whoever that player happens to be, whether it be Magda Linette or Alex Eala, and the channel. By the way, Linette held serve there with an ace down the tee. It's the first ace of the match. More people tuning in. We've got someone here from Manila in the Philippines. So that is cool. Yeah, more than 50% of you watching right now will not be a subscriber. As I see someone has just hit that subscribe button. Thank you for that. Anyway, Alex Eala here serving 3-1. So despite that dominant first spell where she won the first 12 points of the match, it is still just one break of serve. And she can be vulnerable on serve, as we know. Even on grass, I've seen her in quite a few break fests. And by the way, she lost the first point of this particular game with a double fault. How is Andrei Rublev getting on? He has won the first set over Sebastian Offner in Halle. And they are 2-2 on serve in the second set. So that was pretty quick to get to that stage of the match. And Offner's held for 3-2. Backhand return here from Linette, and on the forehand of Linette, and now on the forehand of Eala. It's a wonderful forehand winner for Alex Eala, 15-all. Really good winner from the Filipina. But she's going to be under pressure now at 15-30. After the forced error on the backhand side. I mean, she's very close to the baseline, is Alex. And Linette there hitting close to the baseline. It looks like Magda has arrived now in this particular match. How many likes do we have now on this video? 60 likes. Okay, not bad. But let's get to 100 as soon as possible. 30-all. And 30-all is going to become 30-40. So a break point for Magda Linette on the Alex Eala serve. Real change in fortunes in the last couple of minutes, with Linette holding, having not won a point in the entire match and now threatening to break. This break threat, by the way, came off the back of a really good backhand return before she was moving Alex all over the court. And ultimately, Alex was defending and defending and defending, but a drive volley winner for Magda Linette does give her this break point opportunity. The world number 31 from Poland up against the world number 77 from the Philippines. As I say, do let me know in the live chat where you are tuning in from and hit that like button, please. Okay, Eala here to serve at 30-40. Where are you going with this serve? You're going down the tee. It's a decent serve on the back. What a backhand winner from Alex Eala. Deuce. Wow. Alex decked out in cream with a burgundy touch. Cream and burgundy combo, let's say. Okay. Serves into the body of Linette, and Linette goes long. So we've got a game point for Alex Eala. Meanwhile, Andrei Rublev has 2 game points for 3-all in Halle. And we see what a forehand winner that was from Linette, by the way, down the line to get to deuce. Some results from yesterday in Berlin. We had Magdalena Frech upsetting Mira Andreeva. We've also got Tatiana Maria entering the top 50. And Qin Wen-zheng at a career high of world number 4. Qin Wen-zheng will be playing Elena Rybakina later on today. Back here, though, in terms of Linette against Eala. Eala defending. Oh, Linette! She decided to let that sort of moon ball go past her, thinking it was going to land out, but it landed in. Oh my goodness me. And she brings her hands to her head in dismay, does the Pole. And it's going to be a game point for Alex Eala, but that was a gift. Santa Claus has arrived on court, gifting Alex Eala that point. Is it going to help her hold serve? Let's see. Serves down the tee into the forehand of Linette. It's a good return from Linette. Now Linette is close to the baseline, and it's Eala's turn to offer a gift up by going long with her backhand. And we're at deuce. Okay, so here we are at deuce. Linette now on the forehand. Forehand from Eala. And Eala's going to net on the backhand side. It's going to be another break point for Magda Linette. Tatiana Maria, of course, entering that top 50 on the back of her Queen's title last week. The biggest title of her career at the tender age of 37. Fran Jones and Harriet Dart are one game all, also in Nottingham in the round of 32. An all British clash there. Backhand return here from Linette into the backhand of Eala, and she's gone long, and we've got the break back from Magda Linette. 2-3, and we are on serve. Wow, those 12 points in a row that Eala won feels like a long time ago now, whereas actually it was probably just 6 or 7 minutes ago. So we're back on serve. And the vulnerability of Alex on her serve plaguing her once more. Let's have a look at some of the stats so far. We are 19 minutes into this particular encounter. We've had 1 ace from Magda Linette and 0 from Alex Eala. We've had 1 double fault from each player. And Linette has had 2 break points, converting just 1 of them. Alex converted her first break point of the match in that opening service game of Linette. And that was enough. She reeled off the first 12 points of the match. But Linette has come fighting back, and now we are back on serve. Linette, of course, will have to serve next, so it's not a break until you consolidate. Let's see how Mr. Rublev is getting on over in Halle. He now leads 4-3 with a break of serve in the second set. So things looking pretty good there for Andre, up a set and a break over Sebastian Oeffner of Austria. $15 here for Magda Linette. We've got Naomi Osaka taking the first set over Samsonova in Berlin, and Wong doing the same over Kasatkina. In fact, Wong is up a set and a break on Kasatkina, so things looking very good there for the Chinese. Still to come later on today in Berlin, we've got Amanda Anisimova against Bianca Andreescu, Donna Vekic against Diana Schneider, and Elena Rybakina against Qinwen Zheng in what is a stacked draw. By the way, really good return of serve there from Alex Eala to help her win that point, 15-all. John here is watching from Bangkok. Nerlan says hi. Hi, Nerlan. Do let me know in the chat where you are watching from. I'm in Bonn in Western Germany. Wonderful backhand down the line there from Alex Eala, 15-30. 15:30. So in this match so far, we've had 5 games, and those 5 games have seen 2 breaks of serve. Yeah, 2 breaks of serve. Can Linette hold here for 3-all? Well, she's going to have to save 2 break points in what is turning into a bit of a break fest this first set. Break fest as opposed to breakfast. If you're watching in the Americas, maybe it is breakfast time. It's pretty early there, of course. Pedro asking where to actually watch the game. Good question. I'm not sure in the Philippines, but perhaps Tennis Channel. I don't know, if I'm honest, in the Philippines where you can watch this from. Linette saves one of the break points, by the way, after a rally, which saw some nice shots from both players, but ultimately it was a forehand winner from Magda Linette that brought up 30-40. So one break point has come and gone. 6 out of 10 of you watching right now. So we've got 105 of you watching on YouTube. 60% of you have not subscribed. And my question is, why? A similar percentage haven't even hit the like button as well. So please do hit the like button. Okay, one break point has come and gone in this particular encounter here in Nottingham. Forehand return from Eala, but she's on the run here, on the defense, being moved around. Now it's her turn to try and move Linette around, but she's missed on the backhand there, and we're at deuce. Get voting in our poll, by the way, on YouTube as to who you think is going to win between Linette and Eala. Vote in that poll, and then write in the live chat your prediction. Deuce. Andre Rublev within touching distance of a straight sets win over Eala over Offner. Nice serve plus 1 drive volley there for Magda Linette, and she has a game point. A game point. Look at these. Look at this. There we go. That's good. That's better. See some people subscribing. We've got a game point here, though, for Magda Linette. It'll be 3 games on the bounce for Magda after she lost the first 12 points of the match. And she does indeed hold. It was the serve that did the damage there before she hit a nice backhand winner down the line. And it's 3-all. Well, well, well. Okay, 3 games all here. Alex Eala, big hold coming up potentially here for the Filipina. Cross court here from the backhand now into the forehand of Eala. Backhand cross court from Linette. Forehand Eala on the stretch. Now it's Linette on the attack. Love 15. Love 15, ladies and gentlemen. How is Mr. Rublev doing over in Eala? He is serving for the match at 5-4 against Sebastian Offner. 6-3, 5-4 is the score there. In Berlin, we've got Wong serving for the match against Kazatkina. And we've got Osaka leading Samsonova by 1 set to love. And Harriet Dart and Fran Jones are on serve in the first set in Nottingham. Okay, forehand here from Linette. Backhand down the line from Eala. And a drop shot attempt on the slice from Linette doesn't work, so it's 15-all. Coffee done. 3 games all here now, 15 all. Level pegging. Eala to serve. Where are you going with this serve? You are going into the net. So it's going to be a second serve for Eala here to dish up. Just inside the baseline, Linette. She knows that this second serve is not going to be a serve bomb. Backhand, return. Backhand from Eala. Forehand, Linette. Oh, it's a forehand winner. That's smooth. And that smoothness was not on offer in the first 12 points of the match when Magda Linette wasn't able to win a single point. That was smooth. Smooth as silk, dare I say. Dare I say. Do give us a follow on Instagram, by the way, at Talking Tennis TT. And we're going to have 2 break points now for Magda Linette. It'll be 4 games in a row she's threatening to win right now. It was a forehand error from Alex Eala, and the perfect start for Alex is turning into a bit of a nightmare right now. 15-40 now on the Alex Eala serve. 3 match points for Andrei Rublev in Halle. Second serve here for Magda Linette to look at. Dangerous times here for the Filipina. Where are you going with this serve, Alex? Backhand return from Linette into the backhand of Eala, which goes long, and it's 4-3 Magda Linette. Linette now leads with a break of serve, having won 4 games in a row. Backhand error there going too long. They will change ends, and when they return to the court, Magda Linette will be serving with a 4-3 advantage. Sebastian Offener has saved one of those match points in Halle. Of course, coming up on that court afterwards will be João Fonseca against Flavio Cobolli in Western Germany. So, Eala here, it's turning in a bit of a nightmare this first set, having won the first 3 games with 12 points in a row. She has now seen that lead evaporate pretty quickly as well. Linette winning those 4 games back-to-back. Eala, though, something for her to clutch at is that she did have break points again on the Linette serve in the previous game. She had 2 of them, actually. She wasn't able to take either. And Andrei Rublev has indeed won over Sebastian Offener 6-3, 6-4. So Rublev is safely through to the second round in Halle. Here in the first round in Nottingham, Magda Linette leads 4-3 over Alex Eala with a break. Meanwhile, also in Nottingham, Fran Jones leads Harriet Dart 3-2 on serve in that first set. There were 2 active courts, or there are actually 3 active courts, I should say, being used in Nottingham right now, with Kartal and Jean also underway on serve in the first set. Anyone a fan of Jean? Do let me know in the live chat. Love 15 here, Linette serving. So Eala here has at least won the first point of this particular game on the Linette serve. You can become a member, by the way, of the Talking Tennis community by clicking join just below this video. And you will get some little bonus material, bonus videos, including some Alex Eala related videos, just for members only, including an unedited interview with Alex from earlier on this year in Portugal. Forehand return from Eala is really good. Love 30 now on the Linette serve. We've seen Eala involved in some epics already on the grass this year. Are we going to see another one today? Maybe. Okay, Linette here serving at love 30. And it becomes 15-30 after some good attacking play from the pole. Eala not able to defend there. João Fonseca is about to get underway as well over in Halle. Do let me know in the live chat where you're tuning in from. We've got a game point now for Magda Linette to lead 5-3 and consolidate that break of serve. And it will be 5 games in a row for Magda should she win this point. It's obviously 3 points in a row in terms of this game because she was down love 30. But Alex Eala wins the next point. So we're at deuce. We are at deuce, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Alex applying a bit of pressure here to the serve of Magda Linette. So deuce here on the pole serve. Can Eala conjure up a break point, just like she did in the previous service game of Magda Linette? In fact, she had 2 in that game. Where are you going with this serve? It's going to go into the nets. It's going to be a second serve for Alex Eala to look at. It's going to be a wonderful forehand return from Eala, and it's going to be a break point for Alex Eala. Wonderful return there from the world number 77. Wow. Okay. So Linette here serving 4-3, but facing a break point. Backhand return. On the attack is Linette. She puts the forehand away, and we're back to deuce. Serve +1. All about the serve there from Magda. So deuce it is. It's going to be a second serve here, though, for Alex Eala to look at and potentially attack, because the first serve went long and wide from Magda Linette. Where are you going with this return? Oh, it's a double fault from Magda Linette. So a double fault from the pole, meaning another breakpoint opportunity for Alex Eala. Now we're into the rally here. Can Eala do some damage? No, she goes long with that forehand. Much to her chagrin. A bit of frustration there as well from Alex. She just went long with that forehand, and then when the ball came back, she did give it a bit of a whack into the net. Illustrating she wasn't happy with the level there. And now it's going to be a game point for Magda Linette. It was a good first serve from the pole. And again, it was a serve +1 scenario. I don't think Alex should give up, though, in terms of this aggressive return position and play, because it has garnered her some really good break opportunities. I mean, she has broken the Linette serve already in this match, and she's had opportunities to break serve in her 2 other service games. So I really don't think she can lament the style that she's bringing to the court today, at least on the turn. We're into the rally here. Lovely forehand down the line. Is she going to put this one away, Alex? Yes, she is. Deuce. Okay. Deuce here. Second serve, is it? Yes, it is. Second serve here for Alex Eala to look at. But it's going to be a game point now for Magda Linette for 5-3. This is turning into a bit of a lengthy hold, potentially, for the pole. But let's see how it pans out. Second serve. Second serve here for Eala to look at. What can she do with this? We're into the rally right now. Backhand from Eala, forehand from Linette, backhand, good defensive backhand there from Eala, who's on the back foot. She's changing up the pace and the direction. She goes for the drop shot, but it doesn't work. Magda Linette holds 5-3. The pole leads. How significant will that hold be? It feels pretty big. 5-3. So Eala now serving at 3-5, serving to stay in the match. Okay, first serve here is going to land in, but the backhand's going to go into the net, and it's going to be love 15. Love 15 now on the Linette serve. Sorry, on the Eala serve. So 3 points away from winning the first set. But Eala wins the next point for 15 all. So 15 all here for Alex Eala here, serving to stay in this set. And she wins the next point for 30-15. Really good defending there from Alex. She was on the run for large parts of that point, but ultimately she does prevail. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-la-ba-bum, bum-bum. Do let me know in the live chat where you are tuning in from. We have 2 game points here for Alex Eala after a lovely forehand winner. But one of those game points has come and gone as she puts the backhand into the net. So it's 40-30. But she does indeed hold. Magda Linette is going to have to serve this out. Good hold there for Alex to 30. She held, by the way, after Magda Linette picked up the pace, but Eala defended it pretty well on the back foot with some excellent depth. And ultimately, that last one was just too deep for Magda Linette to handle. Clenched fist there from Eala as she walks towards her chair, knowing that she's at least going to force her opponent to serve this first set out. Rublev is through in Halle. So that is some developing news for you in terms of the tennis world. That's obviously on the ATP Tour. Live scores for you. Also in Nottingham, we've got Kartal and Jean at one game, all in the first set. And Fran Jones leads Harriet Dart 4-3. Also in the first set. These are other matches in the round of 32 in Nottingham. The same tournament where Alex Eala and Magda Linette are playing. So they are all on serve. But here, when they return to the court, Magda Linette will serve for the first set at 5-4. Meanwhile, over in Berlin, we have Naomi Osaka leads Ludwika Samsonova by 1-0. She won that first set 6-3. They were at 3-3 in the second set. And Wong has beaten Kasatkina in arguably an upset there in Germany. 6-3, 6-2, straight sets win there for the Chinese. So she is safely through to the round of 16. Anyway, here we have Linette serving 5-4. Oh, backhand error there from Linette. It was a really good deep return from Eala, to be fair. So helping her win the first point of this service game. But Linette is going to respond by winning the next point. So we're at 15 all now. Linette now just 3 points away from winning the first set. $15 all, 3 points for Linette. It's also, of course, 3 points for a break for Eala. But right now, bearing in mind how this match has swung, Eala winning the first 3 games does have a very different complexion, of course, with Linette serving for this. She won the previous point, by the way, with a forehand winner down the line. First serve that went wide there from Magda Linette. So it's going to be a second serve here for Alex to look at. Backhand return there from Eala is going to help her. Is it going to help her win the point? She's got a smash here. It's well defended by Linette. Wow, what unbelievable defense for Magda Linette. Now it's going to be a drop shot from Eala. Is that going to help her win the point? It is. She had to keep her composure there in the face of some incredible defense from Magda Linette. That was impressive. 15-30 now. Okay. Oh, an ace. Is that from... No, it's not going to be an ace. Not going to be an ace at all from Magda Linette. And where are you going with this serve, Linette? You're going to go into the forehand of... but that's going to be a mistake because she's going to go long, is Magda Linette. And we are going to get 2 break points for Alex Eala. Is this match twisting again, this time in the favor of Eala? Okay. Linette saves another break point, though, and we are at deuce. Deuce, ladies and gentlemen. Some nice play there from Linette at the net. Linette at the net. And now she's going to have a set point, ladies and gentlemen. A set point to take this first set by 6-4. Remember, she was 3-love down, having lost the first 12 points of the match as Eala came out the blocks firing. But Linette kept her composure to win 5 games on the bounce to make it 5-3, including a couple of breaks of serve. But can she hold serve here? Ooh, net cord there. Oh, wonderful. Oh, it's going to go wide, is it? Oh, I'm a bit confused here. I think we've got a let being called. We're going to have to replay the point. Well, I have no idea why. No idea why. Everything seemed to be in order. But anyway, we're going to replay the point with Magda Linette here at 6-4. What a body blow that could turn out to be for Alex Eala. And Linette serves, and it's an ace. And she wins the first set. And we will take a short break. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. All things tennis indeed, ladies and gentlemen. All things tennis indeed. Alex Eala here, having lost that first set by 6-4. And a bit of a painful one in some respects because she had chances to get back on serve, and she also started so well by winning the first 3 games. But it was a comeback from Magda Linette, where she won 5 games in a row that ultimately saw her win that set. Anyway, this set is now getting underway with Alex Eala serving at 4-6, having lost the first set. Meanwhile, João Fonseca and Caboli are just getting underway. Anyway, go Alex, says Nelson here. Lots of shout outs, by the way. Philippines got one of the best flags, says Millhouse. Lots of support for Eala, but it's not helped her thus far in terms of the fact that she lost that first set. John also watching from Bangkok. And do hit that like button. As we welcome fans of João Fonseca and Flavio Caboli, who are also playing in Halle at 1 game all. Their particular encounter is over in Halle. They have exchanged service holds, both pretty comfortable for both players, as they got underway shortly after the Andrei Rublev straight sets win over Sebastian Offner. Lovely forehand winner there from Alex Eala over in Nottingham to make it 30-all in that particular encounter. Meanwhile, Caboli is serving at 1-all, 15-all. Do hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. $30-all Alex Eala, Magda, Linette. 1-all, 15-all João Fonseca, Flavio Caboli. What do we think about João Fonseca on the grass? Is it going to be a thing? We know about his hard court and clay court prowess. Grass court, of course, is something he's less familiar with and has less experience on, but I still expect some decent things from him. We'll see. And he is 15-30 here on the Caboli serve. Meanwhile, Alex Eala is at 40-30. $40-30 on the Eala serve, and Eala is going to hold for 1-love. So a good start to this next set. Caboli, meanwhile, has just won the next point to make it 30-all over in Halle. Do let me know in the live chat your predictions regarding Eala against Linette, but also Fonseca against Caboli. Okay, we have a break point for João Fonseca, by the way. And meanwhile, Magda Linette is leading 15-love on her serve. This is strange. And it's going to be saved by Caboli, and he's actually going to get a game point now of his own. Meanwhile, Linette here at 30-15 on her serve. And this Fonseca-Caboli game is turning into a bit of an epic at deuce now. Meanwhile, Linette has 2 game points at 40-15 to make it 1 game all. Caboli holds for 2-1. Bit of a tricky one, that one, in the end, but he does indeed hold, as does Magda Linette for 1 game all. $15 here for Eala. Becomes $30 for Alex Eala. And now it's 30-15 here on the serve, whilst Fonseca is at 30-love against Caboli. Eala here, 30 all now on the Alex serve. So, interesting times. $30 all For those of you just tuning in, please do hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, do hit subscribe. Eala here serving 30 all, but it's going to be another serve. If you hit subscribe, by the way, you're going to see the number tick over and you can do a little dance and know that you have made the difference. Alex Eala, though, making a difference here, winning that next point to make it a game point for her. Meanwhile, João Fonseca has 2 game points of his own for 2 all against Flavio Cobolli. And she holds. That's a big hold for Alex Eala there. 2-1. Okay, we will take a quick break. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. And Linette now serving here at 1-2. Meanwhile, in Halle, Fonseca, Cobolli serving 2 all 30-15. Cobolli in a fairly flashy on outfit. Of course, this is 2 on players clashing. Linette here serving. What about that shadow, by the way, in Halle? Oh boy, oh boy. Talk about a tennis watching experience. And one I just don't think they considered when they were designing the stadium. 40-15. Cobolli leads here on serve. And regarding Eala and Linette, they are at 15 all, with Linette serving at 1-2. Cobolli holds, by the way, for 3-2. They will change ends. If you hit subscribe right now, by the way, and there are dozens of you watching right now and you haven't subscribed, but those of you that do right now, you will see that number tick over. So get that subscribe button and 3, 2, 1, click it and you will see that number above me tick over and you'll know that you have made a difference and you can do a little dance and celebrate. Some good returning there from Alex Eala, 15-30. As she tries to get a break of serve at the beginning of this second set. But that's a good serve from Linette, 30 all. Okay, 30 all here. Linette serving. Over in Halle, Fonseca will be serving now at 2-3. Both of these wearing on outfits, quite similar. There's a bit more white on Zhao's number. Linette now has a game point at 40-30. Zhao's attacking play, I think, should help him on this surface. But that's good defense there from Caboli. But he's not going to get that little dink drop shot from Fonseca, and it's going to be 15 love. 2 all. Linette holds, by the way. She did so with a decent serve down the tee that basically Eala couldn't deal with. And there it is, 2 games all. Zhao Fonseca, 2-3 in Halle. Backhand return from Zhao. From Caboli, by the way. They're into the rally right now, but it's Zhao who goes long with the forehand. And it's going to be 15 all. As for Linette and Eala, Eala is serving at 15 love. Keep up at the back. Talking of the back, look at all that traffic just flying by in Nottingham as people get on with their daily lives that are not revolved around tennis. (30-15) for Fonseca. Of course, we spoke to Fonseca a few times. We've spoken to him in Estoril a few times, both last year and this year, but also during the grass court season last year in Surbiton. That's a lovely forehand winner there from Zhao. 40-15, 2 game points for the Brazilian. Meanwhile, Linette and Eala. Eala serving here at 15-30, 2 all. So a little bit of pressure for Alex Eala. After a good return of serve from Linette, put her in charge of the point, and she put that backhand short ball away. Fonseca 40-30. Eala wins the next point, though, saving a little bit of pressure for now, 30 all. Backhand cross court there from João Fonseca now. Just seeing him try and seal this game. Oh, but he puts that slice into the net. Deuce. Neither of these 2 players in Halle, between Caboli and Fonseca, have exactly an amazing reputation on the grass. So I think it is an opportunity for Fonseca to get his grass court season off to a winning start. Should put this away. Doesn't. This is Fonseca I'm talking about, but he does put that away. That's a lovely little dink volley at the net. And he's got an advantage and a game point. As for Eala and Linette, tense times at 2 all in the second set. Remember, Linette won the first set by 6-4, but she had to come back from 3 love down to do so, having lost the first 12 points of the match. Eala wins the next point, and she will have a game point at 40-30. As for Fonseca and Caboli, they're into the rally here on a game point for Fonseca. Lovely backhand down the line from the Brazilian, and it's 3 all. Meanwhile, Alex Eala, game point, serving here at 40-30. Little pause in play at the moment. I'm not sure if there's been somebody taken ill in the audience in the Linette Eala encounter. Because we've got a break in play. Or maybe it's even Linette herself. Or have we got some rain? No, surely not. Alex Eala seems a bit dumbfounded by it all. What is going on in Nottingham right now? Maybe I need to turn my volume up. See what's going on. Okay, we've got a bit of a delay. We still don't really know what it is that's causing this delay. But the cameras are... Cameras are being cautious, let's say. They're not showing us everything. So there's a delay right now in the Eala-Linette match. But we don't really know what it's about. Curious. Curious times in Nottingham. Eala just trying to keep warm. Or keep fresh, if you know what I mean. Warmed up by practicing her swings. Don't know what this delay is about, but we do have a delay. Don't know if it's a security issue. But I think we're going to get back underway because the umpire's returned to her chair. And whatever that delay was, it has been dealt with right now. And Eala's going to serve here at 40-30. So she does have a game point. Meanwhile, Flavio Cobolli has 3 game points of his own over in Halle, although Fonseca has won the next point for 40-15. Do let me know in the live chat where you are tuning in from. Hi, Jake. Good to see you. Go Alex, says Edgardo. At 24-hour double shift, just dropping by to show my support. Great. Thank you for dropping by, Jake. And Linette wins the next 2 points, and she's going to have a break point. So how costly would that delay perhaps turn out to be? We'll see. We will see, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Cobolli is held, by the way, for 4-3, and so they will change ends. Meanwhile, Eala here facing a break point at such a crucial moment. 2-all. Linette on return here. How's she going to deal with this return? Forehand return from Magda into the backhand of Eala. Lovely change of direction there from Magda Linette, and it's going to get her the break of serve. And she leads now by 1 set and a break. Does Magda Linette. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. This match from 3-love to Alex Eala has turned on its head. Linette now leads by 6-4 and 3-2. Wow, tennis, hey? Quickly, momentum can change, and it's done so just here. And we'll take a quick break while we listen to Alex Eala talking about her match with Iga Swiatek in Miami.
Ready? Play.
How has life changed since that Miami run for you, or has it not changed at all?
A lot has changed technically, but I don't really feel... At the same time, not much has changed. It's hard to explain. I've had the same work ethic since I was young, so nothing in terms of how I go about my day has really changed. Of course, there's a big difference between last month and this month in terms of my results, my ranking, but when you focus on the things that I need to focus on, there's nothing much. Nothing much. Yeah.
Do you feel any more pressure?
I think it's normal to feel some pressure after a big run like this. But tennis is a game that has a lot of pressure in whichever moment that you're in your life. And I think that I've done the best I could with my mentality and talking with my team about how I can handle it, and hopefully that shows on court.
The win over Iga, is that the best moment of your career so far, would you say?
Of course. I think all of those, all the wins that week, and even the match against Jessica was each such important moments in my life.
Yeah, sure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Meanwhile, Magda Linette here serving at 3-2 with a break. 15-love. She leads over in Nottingham. And Kaboli has a 30-love lead while they're at 4-all on serve over in Eala. For those of you just tuning in and you haven't already done so, please hit the like button on this video. And if you haven't already done so, do hit subscribe. Flavio Kaboli has 3 game points. Meanwhile, Magda Linette is leading 30-love on her serve in Nottingham. Good volley there at the net from Kaboli. Unreturned serve is that from Linette. It is 40-love, 3 game points for 4-2 for the Pole. She's racing through her service game, much like Kaboli and Fonseca are over in Eala, as they're finding their service holds pretty comfortable right now. Of course, Fonseca having a pretty good serve, by the way, and I think should serve him pretty well on the grass, no pun intended. Look at that shadow in Eala, by the way. And Linette holds for 4-2. Feels a long way back now for Alexandra Eala. Down a set and a break in Nottingham round of 32. Did well to come through qualifying, did Alex. Meanwhile, Fonseca and Kaboli are at the change of ends. Eala here serving 2-4. Crucial service game this. If she gets broken here, it's pretty much good night Vienna. Okay, Eala here serving at 2-4, but she does win the first point to make it 15-love. Meanwhile, Fonseca and Kaboli on a change of ends. Sun beating down in Eala in Western Germany. Sun beating down also in Nottingham. Is that a double fault for me, Eala? It is, 15-all. Oh dear, Alex. Never a good time to double fault, of course. But nevertheless. Eala now up 30-15. And 30-15 becomes 30-all. And Eala here is going to get a game point, 40-30 for Alex. Meanwhile, over in Eala, a little bit of pressure here for Fonseca at 30-all on his serve. Goes down the tee with a big serve. That serve today so far has been monumental from Zhao. 40-30, game point for 5-all. Meanwhile, Eala has a game point for 3-4, keeping the pressure up on Magda Linette as she possibly can. Linette's going to come into the net and put this forehand winner away, though. It's going to be deuce. Boom, boom, boom. For those of you just tuning in, please do hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Fonseca Caboli at deuce. A little bit of pressure once more on the João Fonseca serve. Meanwhile, Eala is also at deuce, and she's going to miss-hit that forehand, and we're going to have another break point. Or we're going to have a break point here for Magda Linette to take a 5-2 lead. That would appear to be insurmountable, even for Eala. Lovely little dink there at the net from João Fonseca to give him a game point over in Halle. Meanwhile, break point, Magda Linette. This is huge. Feels like a mini match point for the pole. Where are you going with this serve? You're going to go into the backhand of Magda Linette. Forehand, Eala. Forehand from Linette. Backhand down the line from Eala. Eala on the attack, but that's good defending from Linette. Linette still on the defense there with a slice. Forehand cross court from Eala is going to do the damage. Deuce. So, out of jail for now. Fonseca holds for 5 games all, by the way. It's going to be another break point, though, for Magda Linette. Backhand just over the net there from Eala. Slice from Linette. But the forehand from Eala goes into the net. And it's going to be 5-2 for Magda Linette. When she returns to the court, she's going to serve for the match. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. 40 after Caboli nets, so it's 2 break points for João Fonseca. Meanwhile, over in Nottingham, we've got Linette serving for the match. Magda Linette serving for the match. And she wins the first point as Eala errs 15 love. Boom, boom, boom. Goes down the tee, but she's going to miss with that first serve. It's going to go wide. Second serve for Eala to look at. Meanwhile, Fonseca threatening a break in Halle. Miss hits that forehand long. So it's 30-40. Okay, Linette here serving 15 love. Where are you going with this serve? Into the forehand of Eala. What a forehand return that is. 15 all. Meanwhile, Fonseca here at 30-40. Still threatening the break. Caboli to serve. Where are you going with this serve? You are going to the backhand. Backhand to backhand right now. A slice from Fonseca. And Caboli misses on the forehand. And Fonseca gets the break. And when they return in Halle, João Fonseca will serve for the first set. Meanwhile, over in Nottingham, Magda Linette serving at 15 all. She's serving for the match. Can she get over the line? $15.30 now. 15.30. Eala. So some possibilities here for Alex to at least get one of the breaks back. Linette serving. Where are you going to go with this serve? You're going to go into the forehand of Eala. Still on the forehand of Eala as they're into the rally. A short ball there from Alex, though, has given Linette the chance to put that winner away, which she does. 30 all. 30 all. Non-stop tennis for you here on Talking Tennis. Linette serving into the backhand this time. Scooped up there from Linette. Eala comes into the net on the attack, but is Linette going to go long there? I think she is. Indeed, she is. So it's going to be 30-40, a break point opportunity here for Alex. And one that she takes. Alex Eala has got one of the breaks back. She's not giving up. 3-5. It's Alex Eala to serve. Meanwhile, over in Halle, João Fonseca is serving for the first set. Can he get over the line? Good first serve there from Fonseca, 15 love. Meanwhile, Alex Eala here serving at 3-5, serving to stay in the match. But she's already broken Linette's serve to at least stave off get one of those breaks back. Meanwhile, João Fonseca on the forehand into the forehand of Caboli. Backhand down the line from João. Forehand cross court from João is decent, but it's not putting him in charge of the point. They're fairly much at neutral as they hit balls down the center of the court. Caboli tries to change things up a little bit. Now it's on the forehand of João. It's a lovely forehand. He's on the attack. He's going to let this one bounce, and he does so smartly. 30 love. Meanwhile, Alex Eala here serving. 15 love becomes... Oof. Some Brazilian support there for João, by the way. 30 love, he leads. Alex Eala, 15 love here on her serve. 3-5. She's serving to stay in the match, but she's already broken Linette's serve when Linette was serving for the match on one occasion. Can she bring it back to 5-4 from 5-2 down? It's been a few twists and turns in this match, but I tell you what, if Eala gets it back to 5-4 and then breaks again, that will be a hell of a twist that I did not see coming. And she is at 30 love here on her serve. Nice slice there from Eala on that previous point, but Linette will still be disappointed to have gone long with her forehand. Meanwhile, João Fonseca has 3 set points over in Halle. Can he get it done at the first time of asking? He's going to come into the net. Is he going to put that volley away? Lovely cushion volley from João Fonseca as he takes the first set over in Halle by 7 games to 5. Take a bow, Senor Fonseca. Okay, Eala here, by the way, has had a 30 love lead. See that disappear to 30 all. 30 all now, so 2 points away from victory is Magda Linette. She was serving for the match just now, but Eala broke back, got one of the breaks back, I should say. However, she's not far from the finish line, is Magda Linette, after that lovely forehand winner down the line. So pressure here for Alex Eala. It's going to be match point for Magda Linette. It's going to be match point on the Eala serve, 30-40. Ladies and gentlemen. Match point, Magda Linette, for a place in the round of 16 in Nottingham. (30-40) here. Eala to serve. Where are you going with this serve? You are going down the tee. Forehand return. Forehand from Eala is a winner. Deuce. Lovely match point save there. Please do hit that like button as we enter the latter stages of this particular encounter potentially. And if you are new to the channel and you haven't already done so, hit subscribe and you will see that number above tick over. Just like we saw that number tick over for Alex Eala now from 30-40 to deuce, much to her relief. Now she's into the rally here at deuce. Is that a winner down the line from Linette? It is. What a winner that is down the line from the pole. Match point number 2 here for Magda Linette. Alex Eala, no stranger to saving match points, by the way, during this grass court season. She's already done so a few times. Now she's going to have another one to save off, the second one of this particular encounter. Where are you going with the serve? You're going into the forehand of Linette. Forehand from Eala is going to be a winner. Wow. Deuce. 60% of you watching right now on YouTube have not subscribed. So I want you to click that subscribe button. And when you do so, you'll see that number tick over. Okay, Eala here serving at deuce. Where are you going with this serve? You are going into the backhand of Linette. Linette goes big on the backhand and misses. So it's going to be a game point for Alex Eala at 3-5. Boy, oh boy. Where are you going with this serve, Alex? You're going to miss it. So it's going to be a second serve for Magda Linette to look at. Where are you going with this serve? You are going to go into the backhand of Linette, but it's going to be a backhand return winner. Deuce. Deuce, ladies and gentlemen. Not long left now for you to hit that subscribe button, potentially, so please do so. Deuce here on the Eala serve. She's already saved 2 match points in this game. She's already broken back once in terms of Linette having a double break advantage. And we saw Linette serving for the match, but now it's going to be a second serve here for Magda Linette to look at. She's inside the baseline, ready to pounce. Eala tosses the ball up and lets it drop once more. Deuce here. Tense moments in Nottingham, round of 32. Goes down the tee, backhand return that clip the net. So it's going to be another serve. Please do hit the like button, by the way. Let me know how many likes we're at on this video. Backhand return from Linette is going to bring up another match point. It's going to be her third one of this encounter. All of which coming here in this game on the Alex Eala serve. So match point number 3, Magda Linette for a place in the round of 16 at this WTA 250 in Nottingham with the grass court season well underway. Eala coming through qualifying. Can she save this match point? We're into the rally now. It's a good first serve and it's a lovely shot there from Eala. Not much Linette could do about that. She barely got her racket on it and it saves match point number 3. We are now at deuce. over in Eala. Fonseca against Caboli. Fonseca won the first set by 7-5. Caboli, though, has opened up by holding serve to lead 1-love. In Germany. In Nottingham, though, tense moments with Eala serving here at deuce. 3-5. Alex has saved 3 match points already. But it's going to be a second serve here for Linette to look at. She's inside the baseline. And it's going to be a double fault from Alex Eala. Match point number 4 for Magda Linette. Match point number 4 for the pole and a place in the round of 16 in Nottingham at this WTA 250 event. Remember, Eala has already won 2 matches in Nottingham, having come through qualifying. Linette was obviously in the main draw, courtesy of her number 6 seeding. Where's Eala going to go with this serve? She's going to go to the backhand of Linette. It's on the forehand of Eala. It's a forehand winner from Alex Eala. Wow. Okay. Eala is serving. Deuce. What an epic. Excuse me, fans of João Fonseca and Flavio Caboli here, but we are in the dying moments of Linette against Eala. So, or potentially dying moments, unless we get one of the comebacks of all time from Alex. We're going to get another match point here for Magda Linette. Her 5th match point. All of which coming in this game. All of which coming on the Alex Eala serve. All of which previously have been saved. The 4 previous ones were all saved by Alex Eala with some pretty aggressive tennis. No lacking in courage from Alex. But can she save a 5th one here? Round of 32 encounter between Eala and Linette. First serve is going to clip the net and still land in. So it's still going to be a first serve for Alex Eala. Where are you going to go with this first serve? Linette hits on the baseline. No lacking in aggression there. Good first serve. But what a return from Magda Linette. It's going to be a return winner. It's going to seal the match. At the 5th time of asking, 6-4, 6-3. Magda Linette is through to the round of 16. Much to the disappointment of Alex Eala and her fans. But it's Linette who proceeds. We will take a quick look at the stats shortly, but let's also take you through this particular encounter. What a start it was for Alex Eala, winning the first 3 games. I'm looking at her, looking at a pretty forlorn-looking Alex right now as she munches on a banana post-match, sat down. But Alex Eala started like a traction engine, winning those first 3 games with 12 points in a row. And it was Linette at that stage who looked a pretty forlorn figure, having lost the first 12 points and not won a single point in the entire match. Alex Eala now having lost 2 matches against Magda Linette, by the way. That's the head-to-head. Linette winning last year on the hard courts of Abu Dhabi, I think it was. And now it's a 2-0 head-to-head that Linette holds over Alex. But yes, regarding the match stats, regarding the match itself and how it panned out. Yeah, we had the first 12 points all going the way of Alex Eala, but then Magda Linette was able to hold for 3-1, and then break for 3-2, and then hold for 3-3, and then break for 4-3, and then hold for 5-3. She won 5 games in a row. Alex did stop the rot, albeit momentarily, to get it back to 5-4, before ultimately Linette served it out. 6-4. Linette also got a crucial break midway through the second set that she then doubled that advantage in terms of having a double break advantage to lead 5-2, punishing that Alex Eala serve that we know is vulnerable for the Filipina. Anyway, yeah, she goes up a double break advantage. However, Eala gets back one of the breaks, has a game point at 40-30, but is unable to take it, and then has to stave off 4 match points, which she does incredibly well, like she's done on a few occasions during this grass court season. But ultimately, at the 5th time of asking, again, the Eala serve was that little bit vulnerable, and it was a wonderful return of serve from Magda Linette, as she's done so often today, to ultimately break both the serve and the spirit of Alex Eala, winning this round of 16 encounter. Sorry, round of 32 encounter. She is through to the round of 16. Regarding the stats from this match, I will share those with you right now on the screen from our lovely WTA website. Lovely being said, of course, sarcastically. 6 aces, by the way, off the racket of Magda Linette to the 1 of Alex Eala. 5 double faults from Eala, 6 from Linette. So neither player will be particularly happy with the number of double faults today. Breakpoint conversion. Alex may be a bit disappointed with that lack of ruthlessness. 2 from 8, whereas Linette was 4 from 10. That'll be disappointing. Both players getting over 50% of their first serves in. Linette, though, winning 70% of her first serves, whereas Eala winning just 53% of her first serves. Actually winning the same number on her second serve, 53% as well. Eala there actually beating Linette in that particular category, who's won just 43% of hers. And the total points won in this particular encounter going the way of Magda Linette, perhaps unsurprisingly, 71 points that she won to the 66 of Alex Eala. So that was pretty close. Anyway, it is Linette who proceeds. Wonderful, and thank you for joining, by the way. And please do stay with us as we now switch our attentions to João Fonseca against Flavio Cobolli. And for everybody else, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.